بعد الحمد لله والثناء إليه وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by His mercy to bestow upon us His mercy and patience in seeking beneficial knowledge, and we ask Him to forgive us for any shortcomings that we may have, and we ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with this gathering. Allahumma ameen. Inshallah, we're doing today Surah Shams. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذب ثمود بتقواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. انتهت. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed this surah. And this is another surah from amongst the surahs that are considered the Meccan surahs. Surahs that are considered the Meccan surahs. And this surah has a virtue like other surahs. For example, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى, and also سَبِّحِ اسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْأَعْلَى. So the virtue of this surah is that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to recite from these three surahs: وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا سَبِّحِ اسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْأَعْلَى. So he said to recite from these three surahs. And it was mentioned that a man came from work. He was a camel herder, and he came to join in on the prayer, and Mu'adh ibn Jabal was leading the salah. And he was reciting a long surah, Surah Al-Baqarah or Surah Al-Nisa. And the man, because of the length of the surah, he said, I'm out of here, I'm gone. It was too much for him to handle, he left. And Mu'adh criticized the man regarding leaving the prayer, because we would see this as a sign of nifaq. A person enters the salat and then he abandons the prayer. Why would a person leave the salat? So the man heard what Mu'adh said about him, and he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he complained to him. This man is, calling me this, saying this about me. This is what happened. So he told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam what happened. That he recited a long surah. I just got off work, long day. I'm ready to go home and be with my family. Tired. Can't take all that, right? Some people have the strength for that, right? And so the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Ya Mu'adh, are you putting the people to test? Are you putting the people to trial? Are you putting them to trial?" And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he repeated that 3 times, and he told him, he said, "Won't you do better by reciting سبح اسم ربك الأعلى أو والشمس وضحاها أو والليل إذا يغشى." So he said, recite from these 3 surahs because they are what? Long enough, and they're not too short at the same time. They're beneficial for the people to reflect upon. So this surah, like many other surahs, there are benefits to them. There's lessons that we can learn from them. And the first that we see apparently Again, Allah Azza wa Jal, He is making what's called qasm. He's swearing. He's making an oath. Right? He's saying, wa shamsi. So this way is a way of making an oath. Wa shamsi. Wa layl. Wa nahar. Wa nafs. All of these ways of making oaths upon the creation, Allah Azza wa Jal, He's able to do so. But it's not permissible for any of us, from amongst the creation, to swear upon or make an oath upon anything else other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say wallahi, we say billahi, we say talahi, but we don't say on my hood, on my mama, on my gang, on my whatever, right? Oh, we don't swear anything. Either people say, oh, my life. You don't even put it on your life, right? You don't swear upon anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is something that many people have a mistake in doing, right? They swear, they make an oath upon something other than Allah, and this is haram. This is prohibited. Even until you may find the people swearing upon the Constitution and the Bible, and other than this is not permissible. We only swear, we make an oath to who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. We only make an oath to Allah. Only Allah can make us oath upon other of His creation. And as mentioned before, that whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He makes an oath upon something, that's what? A sign of tanbih. Pay attention. He wants you to pay attention. Because whenever someone makes an oath, it means this is something what? Serious. It's not play. This is something serious. Right? So even when the people are lying, right? But they want to be believed when they swear. I swear on my life. I swear on this. I swear, right? And even the people, unfortunately, may Allah forgive the Muslims who say, wallahi, but at the same time, they're what? Lying. Okay? And even the Muslims that may say, one Nabi, this is not permissible as also to swear on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, but when they swear, they want the people to do what? Believe them. So whenever Allah Azza wa Jal makes a qasm, an oath upon something, a swear upon something, He wants you to what? Pay attention. Believe this. This is the reality, as what I'm going to say after it is a reality. So He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, He began this surah, وَالشَّمْسِ وَدُحَاهَا. So, by the sun, وَالدُّحَاهَا, and وَالدُّحَاهَا, ممكن أكتب هذا الكلمة هنا. أنا. Yes. Okay. Right. duha.
اللغة العربية.
لغة عربية. duha.
الضحى.
نعم ضاد. لا ليس الضحى. That's not the surah. duha. ضاد. ha. And then alif. So alif مكسور معلش.
ألف مكسور.
ألف مكسور.
You have it, right?
No, I don't. Okay, so duha. So Allah Azza wa Jal talks about duha, and what is duha? We're going to explain the meaning of this. So take heed of this word. And then He says, "Wal qamr idha talaha." What's al qamr? Al qamr is what? The moon. Okay, so we have two words we know: the shams and qamr. What shams mean? Sun. Wal qamr, the moon. Okay, so it says wal qamr idha talaha, right? Tala, ta lam alif. Hey, okay. Wan nahari idha jallaha. So wan nahar is what? Who knows the meaning of nahar?
Light.
Light. Well, you're close, but nahar is the daytime, the day, nahar. So when nahar, Allah swears by nahar, the day, إذا جلاها, jalla, uktub jalla, jim, lam, and alif. No.
Lam alif?
No. Jim. Okay, inshallah. So when nahari, إذا جلاها, والليل إذا يغشاها. So والليل, layl is what? The night. We're in it now. So 4 things so far Allah mentions. Ash-Shams. He mentions Al-Qamar. What's Al-Qamar again? He mentions an-nahar. What's the nahar? The day. Wal-layl, which is the night. So wal-layli idha yaghshaha uktub yaghsha
Yawsha.
ya ghain sheen and alif. Alif maqsoor. Then he says was-samaa'i wa ma banaha. Was-samaa', what is as-samaa'? عبد المالك تفضل عبد الرحيم. السماء, the sky, mashallah. So the sky, السماء, السماء. وما بناها اكتب بنا باء نون ألف مقصور. طيب. So والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها. ما معنى الأرض? What's the meaning of أرض? Huh? Earth. Good. The earth. He says, وَمَا طَحَاهَا. طَحَا.
Toha.
طَ. طَ.
Oh, Toh.
And then have with Alif Maqsoor.
Oh, Alif. Alif Maksur, all of them?
هكذا. So, وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا طَحَاهَا. So, 6 things he swear by. What are those 6 things? Who knows the first one?
Shams.
Ash-Shams. Second.
Duha.
La. Al-Qamr. That's number 2. Number 3. La. What's the third one? La. The day. Nahar. Number 4. Wal-Layl. The night. Number 5. As-Sama, which is what? Sky. Number 6. Al-Ard, which is the earth. Okay? Inshallah. And then he says, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا. وَنَفْس. What is nafs? The self, the soul. Okay? The soul, nafs. Okay? وَمَا سَوَّاهَا اكتب سَوَّا. سَوَّا. سَوَّا.
Sin or Sod?
Sin. سَوَّا. طيب? And he says, فَأَلْحَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا. Shut down the wow and then Alif Maqsoor. Alif Maqsoor. خير إن شاء الله. So فألهمها فجورها وتقواها. طيب. So these words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions are intended for us to pay attention to them. So he says subhanahu wa ta'ala, first making an oath by these things. Harun, what are the 6 or the 7 things that Allah swore by in this ayah so far?
6. Sky.
Let's say them in order as they come. Because the why in order and critical in the surah. Part of this is learning what? The surah as we go. Wash-shamsi wa-duhaha. So wash-shams, that's the first, right? Wa-duhaha.
Sky.
La. Wash-shamsi wa-duhaha, then wal-qamr. Wal-qamr, what's qamr? The moon. Alright? إِذَا تَلَّاهَا. One nahari, what's nahar mean? The day. إذا جلاها. والليل, what's a layl? The night. إذا يغشاها. والسماء, what's السماء? The sky. وما بناها. والأرض, earth. وما طحاها. And then the last one, nafs, which is the soul. وما سواها. And then فألهمها فجورها وتقواها. So these, how many he swore by? 7 things. Okay? And so the easy ones to remember are those that are like the opposites of each other. You have the Ashams, which is the sun, and then the moon. You have Nahar, and you have what? A Layl, the night, the day and the night. And then you have As-Sama, the sky, well, the earth, right? And then the last one, the nafs, the soul. Okay? So Allah Azza wa Jalla says, pay attention to all of this. Okay? And it appears that because of the beginning of the surah, many people say, oh, the surah is about the shams, about the sun. In reality, the surah is not about the sun. Even though it's also named surah to what? Shams. So this is another lesson that we learn too, that, and even if we remember the hadith that we mentioned, that the surahs of the Quran, they're not necessarily, the name that is given might not be what the surah is about. Okay? Right? It might, because some people may think, oh, it's called Shams, so the surah is about the sun. Walay, the surah is about the night. Right? Al-Baqarah, the surah is about a cow. Right? But in reality, it's not. Is the Baqarah mentioned in the surah? Yes. Shams mentioned? Yes. So perhaps it might be like a nickname or some part of the surah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what the surah itself is about. Okay? Or he may give like the first, it may be called by the first sentence, the first ayah. Okay? So like for example, this one, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, why don't you recite وَالشَّمْسِ وَالضُّحَاهَا? Right? So he mentioned the first ayah. Or recite وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى, which is another surah al-Layl. Right? Recite that surah. Or he said سَبِّحِ اسْمَ رَبِّكَ الْأَعْلَى, which is what surah? Surah to what? Surah to? Surah to Ala. So at times he may give the first what? Ayat as the name of the surah. Or it may have some other name that it may have. Khair? Tayyib. So this surah, it has some benefit. It has something for us to reflect upon. The sun being first and foremost. What does it say? Ash-shamsu wa-shamsu, the sun, okay? And we know the sun is something that we benefit from. How do we live without the sun? What if the sun didn't come up anymore?
Everything would die.
Right? So this is something important. Right? So wa-shamsu wa-duhaha. So duha here means nahariha, or the light of the sun. Okay? So Allah swears by the sun and the light of it. And then he says, wal qamar, and the moon, idha talaha, and the moon when it what? Follows. It follows the sun. After the sun goes, the moon comes. Talaha. So it's the moon and it's following it. Okay? Uktub ha wa alif.
Ha wa alif?
No. Ha.
Ha
Ha.
or ha?
Ha. Good. Play it. Pay attention to the ha. Okay? So it says, وَالشَّمْسُ وَضُحَاهَا وَالْقَمْرِ إِذَا تَلَاهَا وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا جَلَّاهَا. And so the nahar, the day, إِذَا جَلَّاهَا, and its light. So the jalla means like the light. So the light of the day, which is what we need, right? To see, to go about, to take care of our business, right? In some parts of the world, everything take place within that time frame. So you have to be up, what to say, crack of dawn, first thing in the morning. So some people, they up for prayer, and some people up getting ready for what? Work, right? SubhanAllah. I mean, people say, just a side note, it's funny at times people, y'all Muslims, y'all get up at what time in the morning to pray? But you see the people get up that time to go to work though. They can get up to go worship that dollar, but they can't get up what? Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And unfortunately, may Allah forgive us, the Muslims that fall into the same category. All right? Work schedule time, and we know like the time changes throughout the year, right? Because of the season. Work schedule, they can get up. Right? But when it's time for Fajr, can't get up. Why is that? Why is you can get up to go get that dollar that Allah is the one who gave it to you. Right? You worship that, but you should be worshiping the one who gave you that dollar. Right, so we need to get our priorities in order. May Allah aid the Muslims in returning to Salatul Fajr. Ameen. Because there's no victory until we're able to fill the masjids with Fajr, like we do for Jummah. All right, so we'll continue to be a people who are disgraced. May Allah aid us and forgive us. Ameen. So he says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى. So we have the day and this light, okay? And the light is what from the light of what? The sun, right? وَاللَّيْلِ, and the night, huh? The night, إِذَا يَغْشَاهَا. Yaghsha is to cover. When it covers what? It again. Which is, what is it covering? What is the night covering up? Which is? Huh? What's the big thing? The sun. Okay? The sun. So the night covers up the sun. Okay? And then it exposes what? The moon. So then he says, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَمَا بَنَاهَا, and the skies and who built them. Who built those skies? None other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا طَحَاهَا, and the earth, وَمَا طَحَاهَا, meaning how it is what? Stretched out. Okay? So even the earth being round, right? But for us, it's what? Flat. Right? It's round, but in reality, but for us, it's what? Flat. We're not walking, like a hamster in a wheel, right? Or gerbil, whatever, in the wheel. That's not how we're going. Or what's the guys that's on in the circus with the motorcycle? They go, right? That's not how we're moving on the earth, right? We're seeing it as flat, right? So as it is stretched out for us to move about on it. Khair inshallah. So then he says, وَالنَّفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا, and the nafs, which is the soul, وَمَا سَوَّاهَا, أي وَمَنْ سَوَى خَلَقَهُ وَعَدَلَهُ وَهُوَ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. So the one who made its creation and its characteristics and its and what it is balanced. And we'll talk about how is it balanced. The next ayah, Allah says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَهَا. So it gave it inspiration, inspired it, guided it to what is khair, what is fujur, what is evil and wicked. So what are the wicked things that the souls possess? وَتَقْوَهَا, and what are the things that are of God-fearingness and righteousness and piety. So these two, the soul becomes aware of. How does it become aware? Either through the fitra, the natural disposition is upon, or without any doubt the Quran and the Sunnah. It clarifies everything that the soul needs. Right? So Allah, He created us and helped us and guided us along the way. And the Quran and the Sunnah is that guide for us. So there's a hadith that says that the Prophet ﷺ, when he reached this ayat, he would make a dua. He would make a dua at this ayat. And so, I think it may be too long. So what I'll do, inshallah, I'll write it out and pass it out, inshallah. So this is something to reflect on. So can we make that dua when praying? Right? That's the question. Yeah. I'm in salat. Can I make the dua while praying?
Yes.
Yeah, no, sunnah. Khair, inshallah. Right? So if it's sunnah or something, right? Good.
If it's in Arabic, can't you read it?
During the salat? During the fard prayer? Because it's not part of the prayer. Because it's another, there's only certain things to say in certain positions in the fard prayer. So, and this is outside of that, because he paused for this. So, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. So he says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, that soul, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ, Indeed, he has succeeded. Men, whoever zakkaha. Zakah is what? To purify. Like we know the word zakat, right? Zakat is to purify, right? So whoever purifies their soul, then they have succeeded. Purify the soul with what? Obedience to Allah. Purify the soul with salat, with dhikr, qira'at al-Quran, amal, doing good deeds, giving zakat, sadaqah, and other than that. And he says, وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. And he is a loser. He is a loser, مَنْ دَسَّاهَا, whoever corrupts that soul. Corrupted with disobedience, ma'asi, disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In all that he has mentioned that is haram and all that he dislikes. So this is how one corrupts their soul. So this is why the Prophet ﷺ, because of this, he used to make dua to, in short, to protect his soul from several different things. He says, part of the dua, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-ajzi, or Allah, I seek refuge with you from al-ajz, which is weakness, wal kasal, and laziness, wal harm, and when we get coming to old age, that we become senile, wal jubn, and being a coward, wal bukh, and being stingy. So he sought refuge with Allah from those things and other than that. So those things he sought refuge with Allah from. And then he said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, كَذَّبَتْ ثَمُودَ. So now it changes. And now it talks about what the surah is about. Okay? كَذَّبَتْ ثَمُودَ بِتَقْوَاهَا. So كَذَّبَ, who knows mean the word كَذَّبَ? Or كَذَّاب, كَذَّب, lie. Good. So كَذَّبَت, so he lied or they lied. It's talking about here. Thamud. Who is Thamud? Who heard of Thamud? Huh?
People.
Okay. People of Camel. So, people of the Camel, good. That's one of the ways that, what else was the descriptions of them? Prophet Saleh was sent to them. May Allah bless you. So Prophet Saleh was sent to them, to the people of Thamud. And the people of Thamud, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كَذَّبَ ثَمُودَ بِتَقْوَاهَا, with their transgression. What was their transgression? And why did they transgress? When Allah Azza wa Jalla blessed them, He gave them the ability to have the ability to carve their homes out of mountains, out of stone. So they were skilled craftsmen, and they were able to build these luxurious buildings out of stone and fortified places out of stone, right? And we know the power of mountains. We've seen when people try to drop bombs on mountains, how those structures still what? Stand, right? So a person that's in the mountains, they think, hey, we well guarded and protected, right? So Allah Azza wa Jalla gave them this ability and blessed them, right? But they became aggressive and transgressed the bounds. He says, إِذٍ بَعَثَ أَشْقَاهَا, when they sent forth the most wicked from amongst them, the most wretched from amongst them, they sent him forth. And the Prophet Saleh alayhi salam, فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ, so the Messenger of Allah said to them, نَاقَةُ, this is the camel of Allah, وَسُقْيَهَا, and leave it alone to do what? Drink. Okay, so that was the agreement. Because when Saleh alayhi salam came to the people, they doubted that he was the prophet. Because they started to do wrong, because there's no need for the prophet and messenger to come if the people are still obeying Allah, right? So they were already going astray. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Saleh from amongst them to guide them back to the right path, and they doubted his prophecy. And so one of the signs, Allah made this huge camel come from a rock, from big rock or mountain, right? So for us, we like, man, is these just fairy tales? Nah, this is real stuff. This is real stuff, right? So we have to believe that this is from the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And our weak mind sometimes, well, I want to see that now. Right? And the baby camel after that, right? So we want to see that type of same things now, but there's so many other things that we can look at and see. And exactly. And they still would what? Believe. As these people didn't what? Believe. Right? Because if we look at all the miracles, we look at Musa alayhi salam, everyone knows Moses. And when all that he did, do it with Pharaoh, right? Because at least the magicians, they believe right away. This ain't no magic. This is real stuff. We believe in the God of Musa, Moses, and Aaron. Do what you got to do to us, but we believe, right? And we're going to follow we're going to accept their message. And so those people that witnessed all the things, Pharaoh, he was what? Sent all the different plagues, they would say, right? And he was saying, oh, Musa, ask your God to what? To stop it. And I'll do what you say, right? And each time he lied. Each time he lied. Until even now, it's time to go. All the people bear witness. This big body of water open up. And they walk through it. They get on the other side. We want an idol God. This is a people who are what? Mentally what? Deaf, dumb, they're still enslaved. You see the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with your own eyes, and yet you still want to worship idols because the other people have it. Right? And unfortunately, we have people right now, exact same things going on. The truth could be right in front of you, but you still want to follow the opposite. Allah knows why people do that, right? So the shaitan, he's crafty. He knows how to go after people. So then they, like Bani Israel, they all denied the truth. And these people, the Thamud, also denied the truth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent that she-camel, and the deal was that now this camel, it was a female camel, was to drink, and you leave her alone to drink this one day, and then the next day your camels could come and drink. That was the agreement. So they went with that agreement for some time till they was like, you know what? We don't want this anymore. We don't want this anymore. So what are we going to do about it? Right? So one of them, all right, I'm going to kill the camel. We're going to get rid of it. Right? And then they had another people that they was plotting to what? Kill Saleh alayhi salam. Right? So they killed the camel. And what happened? And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَكَذَّبُوهُ, so they denied him, فَأَقَرُوهَا, and they slaughtered the camel, فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنْبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed them because of their what? Their dhanb. What does dhanb mean? Transgression or what? Sin. Okay? Because of their sin or atham, their crimes. Because of the crimes they committed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed them, and they thought they were well protected. They were not. They were destroyed. And he says, وَلَا يَخَافُ أُقْبَاهَا, and Allah is not afraid of anything. Right? Other people might be afraid of retribution, but Allah, He is not afraid of any retribution. So, in this small little thing, this word, ha, side note here, ha, what does ha mean, Abdi?
It.
It can mean it, okay, good. What else could it mean? She. Okay, good. So it's used for it if it's something that's not human, okay? And it's she if it is human, okay? And it could be singular or plural if it's what? Not human, okay? But if it's human, then it's only talking about one female sheep, right? And if it was talking about plural, be what? Hunna, good. Hunna, very good. So, in the ayat, it says, وَالشَّمْسُ وَدُحَاهَا وَالْقَمَرِ إِذَا تَلَاهَا وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا جَلَّاهَا وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَاهَا. So it keeps using this over and over. وَالسَّمَاءِ وَمَا بَنَاهَا وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا طَهَاهَا. So using ha, pointing to it. Right? So the first for it is talking about the sun, but ha, the sun, is it a female? No, it's a thing. But it falls under the category using ha. So whenever you see that at the end of a word, ha, now you know what that means. It's either talking about a thing or it's talking about a female. Okay? Khair, inshallah. We'll stop there for tonight, inshallah. I think that's enough. But there's many other things that we can take from this. But in short, inshallah, in summary, the soul, it must be taken care of. If you want a soul that's going to be a winning soul, you want to be successful, you want to win, then you must take care of your soul and have taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify your heart, because He's the one. That's part of the dua that we're going to learn. His dua says, "Anta khayru man zakkaha." So you are the best of those who can do what? Purify it. So He subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the one that's able to purify the soul. So we can do all that we want to do from good things, but if we don't make dua and ask Allah and notice Allah that makes it happen, then nothing will happen. And we have to constantly work on our soul, purifying our soul, because we have so many things that are out here to help distract it and corrupt it. And so many of our souls are so corrupted and so dirty. Alhamdulillah, we're still able to come to the masjid, most of us. Alhamdulillah, but how many of us are not able to do so? But even those of us that come to the masjid, our souls are still what? Corrupt. Our souls are still corrupt. May Allah cleanse our souls. We're hanging by what? A thread. We're hanging by a thread. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify our souls and to guide our hearts to what is good, and to make it easy for us to do the good things, and to make it hard for us to do the things that are displeasing to Him. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the surat al-mustaqim. Allahumma ameen. Subhanaka Allahumma hamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Wal asri inna al-insana lafi khusri illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Any questions?